Damn. Okay.
Well, hello, guys. Had a little technical difficulty there. I apologize. I'm still getting this stuff straight. Unfortunately, I unhooked a lot of stuff yesterday to try see how well it actually worked in the car, and my hotkeys didn't exactly come back up. So they were lost in the mix, and then I've got these two screens, and the mouse wouldn't go back over. So, it's hard when you're old and technology challenged. I hope everybody is doing good today. Guys, this is the last night I'm sleeping here in Virginia because this time tomorrow we will be on the road with Foots, with DMV Dallas Cowboys, with Michael Anthony Fitness, with Clarence Missing in Action, with Blackhawk, and a stinking New York Giant fan. And we are headed to Dallas. DMV Dallas Cowboys going to join us there on Friday. And the big news, of course, guys, we are going to be live streaming from Mike Fisher's bar, the Maverick Bar, in close to the Star. I'll put the link in here for the Jackie. I hope I'm going to see you there. Oh well, Jackie's going to be there, guys. We're going to be live streaming from there. We're going to end up having Vosh is going to show up. We're going to have Law Nation in the house. We're going to have Walt from Best from Business. Maybe even see Mike Fisher there. So we're going to be doing some real deal Holyfield stuff there. And let's see, for some reason, looks like my stuff is buffering. Hope it's not buffering for you guys. There it goes. Okay, looks like the stream's okay right now. I'm excited as can be for this trip. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. I've actually got 4 pork shoulders that have about another 3 hours to go. 3 to 4 hours to get up to that 190, 195 degree temperature. I've got a big pot of barbecue sauce. I'm going to be getting that stuff prepared and putting it in the freezer so that way we'll just have to warm it up. We are going to be throwing down, if you guys are going to be there, we're going to be in Rangers Lot H. Okay? We actually have 2 RVs. Michael, who's just got back from Afghanistan. He's bringing up his RV and his beautiful wife, along with a tailgate chef. We're going to have sliders. We're going to have pulled pork sliders, and of course, black and blue sliders. We're going to be having some of those wings, and we're going to be doing hot wings challenges. You guys saw yesterday where we did a little sample of that. We want to get you guys on film to see if you can take those Jobu DEF CON hot wings. But there is, of course, the Dallas Cowboys in football. It's not all just about tailgating and meeting and hanging out with you guys. We've got the Dallas Cowboys, and there's a lot, of course, as always, that's going on with the Cowboys. David Irving and his girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend. All I can say is, wow. Be careful who you hang with. That's all I can say. Unfortunately, back in college, he got kicked off the football team because of this. He ended up basically being fortunate enough that his high school coach ended up getting workouts with NFL teams. And fortunately, Kansas City picked him up, and fortunately, the Dallas Cowboys saw him and got him, because had they not, he may have never made it to the NFL. He couldn't finish off his college career. Not sure who's calling me on Hangouts. Let's see. This is weird because I'm not used to having anybody call me on Google Hangouts, so I'm not sure who that may be. Um, I lost them, sorry. But anyway, David Irving's girlfriend, I know you guys all heard, ex-girlfriend, I should say, um, ended up getting his phone. They had an argument, supposedly, or something like that. And went out and said he cut my hair, he abused me, left me on the streets, and did all this stuff and everything to the point where, of course, the police investigated it. I don't know if the NFL thought about doing any investigation or anything into it, but then redacted it. I, I don't know. It's just a mess. It was bad there for a while. Hopefully, nothing happened and they'll get it all worked out and so on. But you got to be careful when you're in the spotlight, because unfortunately, and I'm beginning to learn this myself on a very small scale. I'm not anywhere near like an NFL player or anything like that. But when you're doing well, people are like crabs in a barrel. They want to bring you down. They'll pull your arms and legs and everything off to get on top of you. I've had that happen with some people myself here on YouTube, and I'm kind of like, listen, I'm not that bad guy. I'm really not. I go out of my way to try and be good to people, look out for people and things like that, but people will constantly, if they can make you look bad, they will. Jealousy, anger issues, just cracked. I don't know. But whatever it was, it's not a good look any which way. But thank goodness it's over, I hope. Let's hope it's over. And hope it's a learning lesson. Get that out of the way. We got the Mike Fisher talking about Earl Thomas. Not me this time. Don't get it. Don't get me. They're talking about the number 50 pick, our Dallas Cowboys trading it before the draft, so maybe Wednesday or early Thursday, for Earl Thomas. And I put it out there, would you rather take that pick with the first pick and try and move up and see if you can get a Darwin James? Or would you rather take your first round pick and draft who's there, be it, and I believe one of these guys are going to be there. I think 5 quarterbacks may go before us. Vita Vea, Aaron Hernandez, or Calvin Ridley. One of those guys, I can almost guarantee one of those guys will be there. Would you rather take one of those guys and your second round pick be Earl Thomas? Or take both of those picks and try and move up for one guy? Me, I can't stand moving up the first round. It risks too much. To me, a successful draft is, one, you got an impact player, a guy from day one who makes a difference. Thank you very much, Shell Sharp. Oh, yeah. We are definitely taking turns. We're going to take turns, basically drive about 3-4 hours or so out of whack. It's about, depending on how much you stop, about a 20-hour drive, 1,340 miles. So we're leaving about 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Hopefully we're there about 4 in the evening. We'll be over at the Maverick Bar, live streaming around 8 o'clock. So, yeah, we're going to be taking turns. And that's a great question. I didn't see what the question was. What question are we talking about? But back to the draft. You need an impact guy. You need a guy from day one that makes your team better. You need another starter. You need a special team standout, and you need some depth. If you can get that out of a draft or more, then you've got a successful draft. When you looked at our draft last year, the first half of the season, you didn't get any of that. You literally got nothing in the first half of the draft other than Lewis. Wow, thank you very much, Alexis. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here falling behind here. Alexis, Fabia. If you do a super chat, be sure to leave a question behind on there so we make sure that we get that from you. We didn't get that last year, and that was all the difference in the world, especially with us going through and getting rid of all of our cornerbacks and safeties. With us literally starting over and getting no impact other than Jordan Lewis from the draft, it's one of the reasons why you can look at our team and say we didn't do that well. 2016, it was different. We lost Tony Romo, but we ended up getting Dak Prescott. We got Zeke Elliott. We got Collins, who played really, really well. You had Anthony Brown, who played really well. You had all kinds of help from the draft that was immediate, and it made a difference from the beginning of the season. And we need that this year. So the problem with going for Calvin Ridley, he may end up being a great player. Maybe. But what statistics will show you is very few receivers come out the box and make an impact on the team. That's actually wrong. Sorry, got the wrong screensaver up here. We already gave away the Dak Prescott one, so forgive me. Sorry. If anybody donated because of that, it's my fault. My bad. It's already been given away. Let me get that off the screen here and pause it. There we go. You know I'm old in technology challenge. So what we got to do, we have got to get an impact. And I believe the biggest problem we had last year was, one, we didn't have depth. Two, the offensive line wasn't as good as it was in 2016. You get a great guard. You let Collins stay at tackle where he did pretty well. He'll grow even more, especially if he has a good guard beside him. And then he can get back to running the ball like crazy. And then when you can run the ball, get 8 men in the box, then you're going to be able to do what you want with the wide receivers. You can play action. You could run pass option with Dak Prescott. And you'll be able to control the clock. Or maybe go on the defensive line. I am still crazy that we have not really addressed this ever. I have been pounding every single year, get defensive linemen. Defensive lineman gives you more bang for the buck than any other position on the defense. You can have a great cornerback like Deion Sanders, but if the other guys aren't equally as good, they're going to go away from you. You can have a great linebacker, but if you don't have a defensive line that's keeping them clean, it's not going to help much. But if you get a pass rusher, a beast in the middle, that literally has to demand double teams every single play, it's going to make the linebacker stay clean. It means that the offense is going to have to keep an extra guy in. It means the quarterback's going to get rushed and more apt to have turnovers. It takes the load off of everybody. And you can look back. We have not had a beast in the middle. The last one that you could say was Jay Ratcliffe for a year or two. And you can see how our defense has been able to be run on. You've been able to see how quarterbacks are able to, great outside rushing, but the quarterback can step up into the pocket, see a guy wide open, and go. Actually, I'm not going to take calls. No, okay, we'll take one. You're on the Jobu Sports Report. Who's calling tonight?
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello?
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Not too bad. Who's this?
Dallas Cowboys calling. So, I read some my friends on Instagram said that you talked to David Irving's ex-girlfriend, and she said that wasn't her that sent those tweets or whatever.
Right.
I believe on Twitter.
Yeah.
Said that someone else hacked him, and it wasn't her. I don't know what your thoughts on that are, but I just want to say I can't wait for you. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Okay.
I cannot wait to watch the whole thing. It's going to be a good draft.
Yeah.
I
don't want a wide receiver the first round either. The Cowboys. Well, all right, okay, I'll go ahead and take care of it. Thank you very much for the call. Um, I don't want a wide receiver in the first round. I'm putting it out there. Now, the Cowboys are putting out there that they are really high on Calvin Ridley. We know they've looked at every receiver under the sun and everything else. I got no problem, third round, fourth round, wide receiver, and things like that. But to me, thank you very much, Tony Mac, for the super chat. I believe that you're going to do better with an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman or a linebacker before that wide receiver. That's going to be the better bang for the buck. As far as David Irving and any NFL player out there, understand that you have a target on your back. People want to get you. Like I said, people want to make sure that they bring you down to earth. They want to be able to profit off of you. They want to be with you or have your baby so that way they can hold on to you. They want your cash. But in the end, when that fame and fortune is gone, they're gone. One of the coolest things I got to do was we had Ainsley Battle. We had Demario Davis and stuff that came over to our house for dinner and things. And listening to them, it kind of gave me a window onto some of the stuff that goes on. There's cameras, microphones throughout the training facilities of NFL teams. At least it was in Jacksonville when Tom Coughlin was there. They watched, listened to every single thing that you did. Okay? With players, people want to be with you because you're a player. Ainsley was telling me about this woman who was with this one player, and he was about to retire. Hey, baby, I'm going to retire. And she's like, oh, you are? Bye-bye. And he said it wasn't 2 weeks later, she was with this teammate. She just liked being part of the football fraternity, so to speak. And it didn't matter the guy. It was just that she wanted to be the football girlfriend. So when that time is up and the careers, those football players, it's averaging about 3 years. Danico 28, thank you very much for the super chat. When that career is over, or when that money is gone, all those people that were there hanging on, they're gone too. So you got to be careful with your money and who you allow around you, because, you know, like Zeke Elliott had that one girl who was, what's a Zeke? Yeah. He sleep, snapping pictures and putting it on the internet. Hey, look who I'm sleeping with. All that stuff. People want to take what you got and profit from it. So all I can say is be careful. And be careful especially with your money, because that money will go a lot faster than you think it will. John, how are you doing tonight, man? Man, everything, man, everything. Are you ready for this trip? Oh, damn. I forgot, man. You know, I keep thinking everybody's going to be with us. I'm sorry. I hope you follow along, man. You know, I really, well, yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the internet works and stuff going down the road, and, you know, the bandwidth and stuff. I've got that box of things. We can try it and see. We may end up just having to have you call in so the way we can hear you at least. I'm excited. I am so excited. I had so much fun yesterday with that hot wing challenge. Did it really bother you? Did it really bother you, man? You must not eat anything spicy. Can't hear DMV. Why can't we hear DMV? Hold on. Well, they're saying they can't hear you. Okay, let's see. Let's see. How about now? Can you guys hear him now? Can't hear DMV. I hear you in my headset here. I see the... Go ahead and speak again. We need a dog. Okay. Can you guys hear him? You still can't hear him. You're plugged in. I hear you. Let me double check here. I've got you plugged in there. We've got you all turned on here. I got you turned up. Guys. I didn't eat anything, so okay. I can hear him. It's just not loud. Okay. All right. So I've got you turned all the way up on here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I can still hear you real good. Okay. We'll see. Just keep talking. We'll see. No volume. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I know I hear myself real good. Okay. Okay. If you can speak up a little bit more. I've got you turned up all the way. I can't turn you up any louder than this. Okay. I hear you even louder. Okay. Huh. Everything's plugged in. I hear you right there. Okay. Um, Computer volume. No, we got the computer volume all the way up. It's all the way up. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's up all the way. So, you good? Okay. Technical difficulties. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I've been running around like a crazy man trying to get ready for the draft and plugging stuff and unplugging stuff and everything else. Hopefully, you guys can. Still can't hear John. That's weird. Okay, let me try one thing real quick here. Hold on. Okay, John? Okay, okay, hopefully. Can you guys hear him better now? Hopefully that's up a little louder. Okay. Just go ahead and say something because it didn't help you not saying anything. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's definitely louder in my ear, so hopefully that's it. Let me know, guys, if that's still not there. It's you have the volume to his headset on the cam, not the headset. No, I don't. I have the headset. It's in there. I hear it here. It's pumping out. I see the stuff going on. The headset, nothing. Well, he's not talking right now, guys. Okay. You got the volume on the headset. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and keep talking. Yeah, I hear you great. I mean, you're loud as can be. You're not muted. Nothing. I can't hear him. Can you? Still can't hear him. Well, I don't think it's your end. I think it's my end because I had still very low is what they're saying. Okay. It's not the headset. Yeah, it's not. Well, it might a little better. Okay. Still low. If you can just try and talk up as much as possible, I guess. Go ahead. Okay. Now that's okay. Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. It's definitely going up. Okay. I I, I think it's better. Although I'm hearing an echo now. It's not the volume on the monitor. The computer system is actually hooked into the mixer. Okay. All right. We'll just try it as well, and hopefully we get it out there. So anyway, what are your thoughts on the David Irving situation? Uh huh. Right. That's what I said. You got to be careful what you surround yourself with. But hopefully they get this thing straight. Hopefully there's nothing to this situation. All right. Thoughts on if the Cowboys are going to trade for Earl Thomas, or would they be better off going for the one guy that you said that you would trade up for, which would be Darwin James? Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. They're telling me that I still can't hear you. Okay. Tell you what, try calling me back and let's see if we can get this squared away one more time. Okay. Okay. Not sure why. You guys hear me okay though, right? Okay. Because I'm hearing him great in the system. But for whatever reason, you guys aren't hearing. Okay, let's try this one more time, and then doesn't work this time, then we'll give up on it. Okay, let's see what we got this time. All right, let me know, guys, if you can hear him. Okay. No trade up player is worth it in the draft. I agree 100%. I would not trade up for anybody. Volume is still spooky there. Jobu needs a shot of rum. I need to figure out what it is. I tell you what we'll do. Why don't we do it this way? Okay, let's try old school.
You gonna put the microphone next to the laptop?
Yeah.
It actually might work.
Oh, that's the old school way I used to go ahead and go about this. Okay, go ahead and say something.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, hold on. All right, let's see if we can get you in here now. Okay, still can't hear. Go ahead. Can you say something?
Hello. Hello, hello.
Okay. I am apologizing, people, that I'm having such a problem tonight. Okay.
And people saying it's a lot better.
It is a lot better? Okay. All right. So hopefully, yeah, the output. I'll have to check on my mixer. There's definitely a problem because I did a video with Foot and I didn't have a volume on it, but I live streamed yesterday with Law Nation and it was fine. So I'm not sure what happened if I got a loose cable here on my. No, I'm getting a sound from me, so I'm not sure where it is. Sounds better. Okay, so back to Earl Thomas. We're better off. I think we're better off if we make a trade for an Earl Thomas versus moving up for a Darwin James because it's still two guys as opposed to one. You think?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I think it also depends on what we have to give up as well. I think you're probably going to have to give up at least probably the number 50th pick for either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that knowledge probably goes a little bit further with Derwin James. I'm not Derwin James, I'm sorry. With Earl Thomas at this point, and the knowledge is something, him passing it on. Whereas Derwin James would be coming in and having to learn from guys
Right.
that are still learning from this scheme.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference.
Well, the question you have to ask is this a team that you can try and make a run for a Super Bowl for? If it's not, then you're okay with drafting a young guy and building him up and looking down the road. But if you're looking at the team that's saying, okay, piece here, piece there, we might be able to make a run, then you go for Earl Thomas. And most people think, well, he's old. But see, to me, there's a difference in position. It's not like you're playing cornerback. You know, cornerback gets old, they start losing speed. But a safety, it's not necessarily about speed. It's more instinct than anything else. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely, yeah, especially at the safety position. That's one thing that I was talking to Clarence about earlier, is that there's certain things that you can't really teach at the safety position or as being a DB.
Right.
One of them being instincts. You can't teach that. Now you can teach somebody how to take proper angles. You can teach somebody how to have a little bit of better footwork. But as far as instincts and senses and stuff like that, you can't teach that.
How old was Charles Haley when they brought him in the 90s? Charles probably played the Cowboys about 4 years, I think. So he was probably about 28, I would say. He wasn't a spring chicken. No. Yeah, he played 10 years. So I'd say he's about 27, 28 maybe. I'd have to check that up to be sure, but he wasn't real old, and he only played with us for about 4 years and then had back problems. Again, defensive end. That's one of those positions that guys get older, and you don't necessarily see them playing that long. Safety, you'll see a lot of cornerbacks that get converted into safeties because they've lost their speed, but they still have the instincts. Okay, so if this was your draft, and you were the GM, what are you trying to do in this draft?
if I'm the GM, I think it depends, man. It can go a couple of different ways. Me personally, my priority would be to shore up my offensive line. I know a lot of people are saying defense. I think that you can still go defense with your other 9 picks or whatnot, or however it falls. But the one thing that I do know for certain is that we don't miss on offensive linemen in the first round. We haven't, so I'm not taking a chance. I've seen we missed on cornerbacks. We've missed on linebackers.
Bobby Carpenter.
On DBs. We haven't missed on linemen. So I'm going to take the sure thing. If my scouts tell me this offensive lineman can come in and not miss a beat, I trust him at this point because we haven't missed on one.
Thank you, Michael Bossman. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's true. We have missed those. Oh, God, Bobby Carpenter was awful. We missed on tight ends, too. And that's another spot I really think we need to address, too. We haven't heard. Have the Cowboys brought in? I don't think they brought in any tight ends, did they?
No, they haven't brought in any tight ends. Unless the last couple of days or today, maybe they brought in a tight end or whatnot, because a lot has changed since I did the official visits video that I had before.
Right.
Where Hannah went to the reserve list. So maybe they had a late visit to one of the tight ends, or maybe they met with somebody at a combine or something like that, or a pro day that we don't know about. So.
All right. Well, yeah, but definitely it's not a priority to him, but I think it really needs to be. I'm not sold. Are you sold on Rico?
No, I'm not sold on Rico. But, I mean, it's not just Rico I'm not sold on. I mean, a lot of people love Cooper Rush. I mean, the only way to be sold on one of these guys is for them to go through the fire of competition. What competition has Rico Gathers ever won or had to go through? What competition has Cooper Rush had to go through?
Yeah.
What type of competition? I mean, these young guys like Xavier Woods and Kayvon Frazier, they're competing with each other. So maybe iron is sharpening iron, and that's why we're getting those young guys playing the way that they have been playing. But, I mean, Rico hasn't been in the fire. I mean, at this point, all Rico really knows is training camp. And he didn't even finish that for the most part. So,
you're preaching to the choir on that one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love his size. I love his stride and everything else. The question is he really all in on football, or is he more into promoting himself as far as rap music and dance and everything else?
Well, the only way we find that out is if we bring somebody in there for competition. Because the person who wants it bad enough is going to win it. Period.
Yeah, well, we got good old Jobu here, and thank God it's not spelled like Jobu, who says that Dak is a bum and can't throw worth a damn. I don't think I've really asked you your opinion on Dak Prescott. I know Foots believes that he's way off and needs a lot of work and everything else. How do you feel about Dak Prescott for our quarterback?
I think Dak Prescott is our quarterback. I love Dak Prescott as our quarterback. I'm not just saying this because I'm on your show. I know that Dak does need a lot of work. Being a former quarterback and a coach, I can see some of the flaws and mechanics and stuff like that. But he's going to show him up, though. He's not the only quarterback in the league that has mechanical issues. But what I will tell you is that the stats speak for themselves. His attitude speaks for itself.
Without a doubt.
I trust Dak Prescott with our organization. I think that I would like to see them bring in another quarterback, though, to see what he's made of. Because, again, he came in with nothing to lose when Tony went down. Like, if Dak would have stunk it up, nobody was going to care.
Yeah.
But last year, see, Tony was gone, so that whole thing was gone. It was more pressure, and pressure burst pipes. So I want to see what he does this year, and I would love to see if they bring in another quarterback in this draft, maybe like a Mike White out of where did Mike White come from? I forget, but Mike White is a really good 4th, 5th round quarterback that we should be looking at right now. If they bring in the Mike White, I would love to see how Dak Prescott reacts to that, and Cooper Rush as well.
Well, the thing I worry about, though, is our quarterback's coach. How good is he going to be? He really has not done that much.
Well, from what Dak said, he has, and I believe it because physical capabilities weren't really that good. I seen your man Kellen Moore throw a changeup, throwing the damn slant route.
Mm-hmm.
So, but obviously for him to get to that point, he had to have some kind of mental capability. Apparently, he draws up a lot of plays and stuff like that. So I don't know how that will translate to him being a coach, but I think his football mind is there. So I guess that's just something we'll have to see, or we're forced into seeing, because it didn't really seem like they brought in any quarterback coaches to interview. It just seems like he was kind of handed that job. So
well, he was Scott Linehan, yeah, because he was Scott Linehan's guy, and Scott Linehan seems to have a lot of power in decision making on the team. After
it can't be any worse than Wade Wilson. Wade Wilson, I thought, didn't develop any quarterback.
Well, that's true too.
You could say Romo, but I won't say Romo. I give Sean Payton 100% credit for Tony Romo's development. That's just me. But anybody else, every time we put a quarterback in that situation, they were not ready. I mean, Dak Prescott he didn't know what he didn't know, you know what I mean? So he kind of came in wet behind the ears.
Yeah.
So he's more so ready than Wade Wilson developed him.
Okay, so there's an article that just came out from 24/7 CBS Sports that say that Seattle seems to be battening down the hatches and planning to hold on to Earl Thomas. So I think talk is cheap, and I think they're still trying to drive up the price and so on that. Try and sweeten the deal, because I think the Cowboys are set on giving up a number 2. I think they really want that first round draft pick, but I don't think that you want to have that first round draft pick. But I bet you what they're trying to do is at least get another one of those, maybe one of the compensatory picks, maybe a 5th round, 6th round pick or something.
I tell them if you want a first round pick, go screw yourself.
Yeah, I would too.
Period. Hey, look, I'm fine with my picks. I'll pick somebody at 50. There's some safeties out there.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that one translates and stuff. We'll definitely be, if nothing has transpired by Wednesday, hopefully we'll be talking to Mike Fisher and see. He's had kind of more of the lowdown on that stuff than anybody else. In fact, he was kind of one of the ones that were originally like, yeah, Dez isn't going anywhere, and then all of a sudden you saw him just, something happened to let him know that this is ending. And he kind of subtly told you it was ending, and it was ending to many people's disbelief. So,
and you know what's funny?
Mike
Fisher is probably the number 1 guy that I go to for Cowboys inside advice and all of that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when he got something wrong, the fans kind of let him waltz. But when you got something wrong, they killed you for it. But he's supposed to be the person that has all the inside stuff. So.
Well,
I don't know.
What's funny is because they say I don't have credibility, so I can't report things wrong. You know, Ian Rappaport, it's okay because he's got credibility because he's on TV, so it's okay that he gets things wrong. Because Ian Rappaport the day before was saying that we have clarity on Dez Bryant, he's going to be offered a pay cut, in which case he will be returning. It's like, yeah, you really got that one right, didn't you? So, but hey, be that as it may, you know, I'm good with it. I just brush it off, you know. People want to talk, brush it off, you know. But it is what it is.
Sorry, I'm sneezing, man. The pollen outside, man, getting to me.
Okay. Can we sign Dez back? No. Well, we got the All or Nothing. I think you've been doing some stuff on the All or Nothing previews of the show.
Yeah. So, a couple of guys on 105.3 The Fan, they have definitely been kind of sneak peeking a lot of the stuff. So when I get a chance to, I've been adding it to my channel and stuff like that. And that's pretty much it.
Well, my question is, it's kind of like when guys are mic'd up, that they're a little bit more vocal than maybe they usually are. We're hearing that Jason Garrett was actually a potty mouth, so to speak, and a Jekyll and Hyde, so to speak. My question, I wonder, is, was that some fake drama, or was that the real Jason Garrett?
I think I've heard Jason Garrett has many faces, and I believe it. He probably is a motivator. I know that he's really smart. He might not show it on the field a lot of the times, and we see like a robot Jason Garrett, but as far as an Ivy League guy, obviously you got to be pretty smart to get into an Ivy League school or whatnot, and to at least finish. And you know what I mean. So he's smart. He's been around football. He's been around it for a long time. He was around the '90s Cowboys, so you know that they weren't running the candy ass camp over there. So he had to survive that as well. And so I believe it, man. When you're around the game long enough, man, anybody can have a potty mouth. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
It actually surprised me if you don't. If you've ever been in a football locker room, the things that are said, oh my, yeah. I was like, yeah. So yeah, definitely. The other side of that is the clips that were being seen about Des Bryant not really being.
I want to see more of it because any clip. I mean, like we talk about this all the time, and people, like I think 105.3 The Fan told Okoye this, but they said that you can cut up clips to make anything look like you want it to look, and they're obviously showing us some good-looking Des Bryant clips of. And I already knew, it's stuff that I already knew. I already knew he was very passionate. I already knew that he was a guy that brought it to practice and stuff every day. But what I want to see is where the meltdown happened or like why they decided that they were just tired of it. That's what I want to see.
Well, see, and that's where, I'm wondering about Jason Garrett having the Jason Garrett type guys. Dez alluded to, they're Garrett's guys, so he felt like he was an outsider and stuff. We always know about Jason Garrett going down to Duke and stuff, hanging out with Tony Romo, and now it's kind of like Dak is kind of taking that role. I believe they took a trip together with him as well, and having the Jason Garrett kind of guys. We know like Greg Hardy wasn't a Jason Garrett kind of guy, and they definitely didn't mesh. And if Dez didn't fit that mold, I'm wondering, because it seems like the team is evolving, where it used to be Jerry Jones was front and center, made all the crazy calls, all the crazy trades and stuff, but now he's getting kind of overruled, and it seems like they're making decisions by committee, and I'm wondering if they're looking at this season being Jason Garrett's swan song. Give him enough rope that he can hang himself, or that he's going to end up doing something special with it, because it seems like Des Bryant was partially his decision. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. And to be honest with you, when it comes to Jason Garrett, man, I don't remember so many molds in this organization until he became a part of this coaching staff. Even with Wade in there as a coach, we heard about Camp Cupcake this and Camp Cupcake that, source here, source there, source about T.O. Like, I'm starting to believe that Jason Garrett might be the source. I mean, because he's the only common denominator besides him and Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones. Everybody else wasn't here for when all of that stuff was happening, when Wade was here, when T.O. was here. So, I mean, and as far as talking about the Garrett guy thing, I think that Dez, what happened was, Dez probably had a problem with how the offense was going, and he probably confronted them about it, but went there by himself. As far as like he thought guys had his back, but when it came to being there in front of Garrett, then they acted different, a certain way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I thought you had my back. Like,
I'm just looking at some of these comments and stuff there, where it's. I don't know why, as Cowboy fans, we always have to be in two camps on every single thing, because we've got some people in here that's talking about how much Dak Prescott sucks, how he can't hit the broadside of a barn, and Tony Romo and Des Bryant were just God together, basically. But you made a great point about the offense was run different. When Des Bryant was gone, the offense there was really no particular person that was the leader as far as getting the ball. And I still believe, and you guys can say I'm, just a Dak Prescott guy or whatever, I'm swinging from his whatever, I don't care. But I'm telling you that with Des Bryant, you ran the game differently because you had to make sure you took care of Des the same way you'd have to take care of a T.O. That teams know that you're trying to get the ball to them so they don't have a meltdown, and that ended up changing the game. And when you go deep to Des Bryant and the ball bounces off his face mask, you as a quarterback who have been running for your life, it's just like, damn. Now you're in second and long or third and long and things like that. It changes what you do. It takes you out of the running offense that you had. when you're able to go ahead and hit the open guy, where teams are not knowing where you're going with the ball, you're more effective. But if you're constantly trying to go to Dez Bryant over and over, it's like, stop Dez, put 8 men in the box, and we stop the offense. You coach. Wouldn't you agree with that?
So this is where I disagree. I don't necessarily believe it's Dez calling for the ball many times. We watched the game yesterday together, the San Francisco game.
Yeah.
Dez probably had all but 2 catches in that game. And when Zeke Elliott went off like he did, he was the first person to congratulate him every time Zeke made a play. I don't think that Dez had a problem with, you got to throw me the ball so I can get my stats. I think he just wanted to win so bad that if things were going bad, he wanted to be the guy to get us out of it. That's the way that I look at it. And as being a coach, like, if you know something is not working, like, for example, we keep forcing him the ball 50 times, well, then let me, as a coach, stop forcing the ball to him 50 times.
Thank you.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
If we know, all right, for example, if we know that the offense worked better without him around there, or we know that it worked better with it spreading it around, why don't I suggest, hey, Dez, look, it works better when we're spreading it around. And if we're spreading it around, it better damn well work. You know what I mean? Like, at what point do the coaches have to take blame for that? Because we keep talking about, oh, you gotta babysit Dez. As a coach, no the hell you don't. Your job is to win football games. And if he doesn't perform and we can't get him the football, well then that's tough titty.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's tough luck. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said titty, but
that's all right.
I mean, like, if we're forcing the ball to him 50 times and it's not working, at what point as a coach do you say, let's go with what's working?
Right. Well, shout out to Sven, who's in Germany and actually up late. He can't believe the discussion about Dak, and I will tell you about 25 teams would take him in an instant in the NFL after his first 2 seasons. The upside of him is, skyless. I gotta agree with that. Now, the thing I worry about with our Cowboys is coaching quarterbacks. I still don't believe that we have developed a single quarterback in the Jason Garrett era. Tony Romo already had pretty much Tony Romo skills when he got here. He didn't really improve much under Jason Garrett. I look at all the guys that we drafted and had as quarterbacks here. None of them did anything. I look at Brandon Wheaton, who was here for a year and a half, and you couldn't coach him to win a single game. Yet in a week and a half, he goes to the Texans and wins 2 games for them. So to me, I'd look a little deeper than just the quarterback. I'd look at the coaching that they're getting as well.
I agree. And to be honest, I don't think you're going to start getting that development until we get another coach in here. A coach that actually has a track record of developing quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because even before Jason Garrett came in here as an offensive coordinator, he was an unproven offensive coordinator.
He was only for 1 year.
Developing quarterbacks.
Yeah, he was in Miami for 1 year before he got hired here, and then of course they were worried about him going to Baltimore, so basically gave him the head coaching job and stuff. And I believe he threw Wade Phillips under the bus. So I still have that question in my head. And the question will be, the bigger thing will be, is if this season ends up being a disaster and they finally go ahead and get rid of Jason Garrett, do they look at Dak Prescott and say he's part of the problem as well and get rid of him, or look and say that Jason Garrett failed him and bring in another coach who sees what he has with him? I'm looking around.
I think you got to bring in another coach to see what they have in him, because he's still a young guy. He's still a young quarterback. I mean, he's had some success, and he showed that he has the tools to be successful in the league. So I think that you got to give him another shot with another coach. And if the coach doesn't think he can win with him, then he got to go out there and get his own quarterback.
Right. Well, but that's the thing that everybody's kind of saying, that this is a make or break year for Dak Prescott. That if the Cowboys fail, that he's gone and Jason Garrett's gone. I'm kind of like, huh? How does that one work? If the coach failed the team and the team doesn't deliver, especially after many years as he's been here, how are you just going to blame the quarterback alone? But
I'm glad you said that, Mark. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go right ahead.
You said something that was very it was an aha moment. Like when you said that he threw Wade Phillips under the bus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, your attitude reflects leadership. All this team does is throw each other under the bus.
Oh yeah.
just like their head coach. Why do you think? Why do you think we're so mediocre, or we have been mediocre with him as a coach?
Right.
Everybody's throwing each other under the bus when stuff doesn't go right.
Well,
We
Garrett
always have
definitely
to
does.
get a scapegoat. There's always a scapegoat somewhere.
You know, and that's the thing, and that's one of those things that I always said that I didn't like about him. But you look at a Bill Parcells, everything the Buck stopped with Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells was the lightning rod that would take the heat and protect his players. How many times have we heard Jason Garrett, oh, this guy's got to do better, or we expected better from this, we'll have to look at the film. You never for once hear, you know what, we made some bad calls. We didn't put the players in a position to win. That's on me. We as coaches have to do better at preparing the guys and making the right calls. We blew it in clock management. We shouldn't have left time for Aaron Rodgers.
I agree.
You know, but it's always, oh, well, our quarterback. No, you are the head coach. You should be the guy that says, my bad, and protect your players. Because when you start kind of throwing them under the bus, they start kind of like, okay, you know what, F you.
You know what? I literally watched Lovie Smith say this about 100 times, even though he got to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman. And everybody in the world knew that Rex Grossman was sorry as hell.
Right.
But every week, Rex is our guy, Rex is our guy, Rex is our guy, Rex is our guy. Like, he always was accountable for it. And I thought that he got a bad deal in Chicago. He actually got fired on a 10-6 year where they almost made the playoffs. But, I mean, like, it's something about having a coach that's accountable, man. When you see a coach and they're accountable for what happens, like, if I'm a player, it makes me play harder because I know coach took that heat for me. But if coach is blaming me through the media and not taking any type of accountability, I'm going to say screw you.
Amen. I'm going to say something that I'm going to get some blowback on, but I just don't care. Because I keep saying this stuff that Tony Romo and Dez Bryant connected. They had a relationship. They were so good. We can't win. I'm sorry.
How many interceptions?
What did we win again with Dak? I'm sorry, with Tony Romo and Dez? Please tell me what we won with the two of them.
How many interceptions did Tony Romo have? That was
I mean, honestly,
throwing the Dez.
You would think that was Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. Am I wrong?
I mean,
I'm sorry. Listen, we had 8-8 seasons with both of them, you know, playing. Okay, we had one great season of them together, and that was because we had DeMarco Murray run the ball, and we decided, oh my God, a balanced offense works. It wasn't because Dez Bryant was so freaking fantastic and Tony Romo was so great. The best years of Tony Romo throwing the ball, numbers-wise, were mostly losing seasons. So all this stuff that Dez and Tony were so much on, we didn't win crap. So what does it mean? Okay, so it looked great seeing Dez throw up the, okay, he was all-time leading touchdown receptions. But what did it give us? Time to move on.
Can I add something to that?
Please.
Okay, so a lot of people just remember the tail end of Tony Romo and Dez Bryant's chemistry. But when Dez first came to the Cowboys, him and Tony did not have chemistry. They didn't have chemistry that first or maybe the second year. It took a little bit of time. And that's one thing that I wish that the Cowboys would have allowed possibly between. I wanted one more year for Dez. It didn't happen, so oh well, it's water under the bridge. But with Tony and Dez, their chemistry was not there the first couple years. Matter of fact, it was Miles Austin that he had the chemistry with. And then when Dez, the next year, Dez got hurt a lot of the time, and then LeBron Robinson and Tony had a chemistry, and then Dez kind of came back. So it wasn't just those two clicking right off the bat. They had to work at it. And I don't think that we allowed Dak and Dez to really work at it. But it is what it is, the money and Dez getting older and the injuries. Like they had to do what they had to do. But it took some time for Tony and Dez to get there.
It did. But see, here's the thing. This is like when you look back at your hometown. Your hometown was the greatest place in the world. You don't remember that there was a toxic waste dump around the corner, where everybody's getting cancer from. You don't remember about, the mass murder that happened over there, You just remember how great it was. Because see, everybody's sitting here talking about how great everything was with Tony Romo. You guys don't remember the 8-8 season where people said Tony Romo's a bum, get him out of here. We'll never win jack crap. Tony Ono and everything else. Now all of a sudden you guys have revisionist history and swear that Tony Romo is Joe Montana. Come on, guys.
He was just a sacrificial lamb for us at this point. He was a really good player, but man, I mean, I'll just tell you, he was a placeholder to keep us from going 3-13, 2-14, or whatever during his time. Because I mean, dude, we had some bum ass quarterbacks before him, dude. Bum ass quarterbacks. So I appreciate everything he's done for us.
I agree too, but
he did what he had to do for Dak to win us the Super Bowl. I do believe Dak will win us the Super Bowl. I've been very critical of Dak, though. He does have to improve. But I think what Tony Romo had to endure in his career is so that Dak can shine.
Well, Joseph Herbert actually has a pretty good point. David Irving technically played tackle last season, but he's really not a tackle. He's really a defensive end. But if that were a reason for us to go for a defensive tackle in the first round, I'm all in for that. You know, and it may be that the Cowboys have some concerns about him as well, too. I mean, they did have the second round tender and stuff for him, so I mean, they definitely have plan on him being here for this year. But you know, they did end up getting Coney Ealy.
Yeah.
And I thought they got Coney Ealy. Well, it's one of those ones. He's playing for peanuts. The upside, and you know, is fantastic. If he doesn't pan out, he doesn't cost you as much as Nolan Carroll did. And if you end up having a guy, you know, if you decide you want to get rid of Tyrone Crawford, you know, and take the cap hit on that one, boom. So you got more room next year. Then you at least have him in the kitties along with Taco, and see if Taco ends up taking another step. And that's another one of those positions that pass rushers out the box don't usually do really well. It takes time for them to develop. Defensive tackles, offensive guards, you can get those guys playing right away. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's why my approach would be to get a guard, because I just think that if we keep Zeke getting to the second level constantly, we can keep a clean pocket for Dak.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd make our team a little bit better, because on third downs, like playing in front of the chains and the time of possession will be in our favor.
Right.
And you would make it so that the other offense has to score points, because we're not only taking up time, but we're scoring while we get down here.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I am so ready, man. Wow. It's only April.
What's up?
No, I'm guys. Like I said, I've got about maybe three or four more hours of pork shoulders to finish smoking tonight. So I won't be going to bed anytime soon. I got everything to pack tomorrow. I got to try and get all this stuff out and get it into the RV and see if I can get it set up so it works and stuff. So I'm probably not going to be sleeping until maybe Sunday. And so it's going to be a lot of coffee. But I am so ready for the NFL season. I know it's only April. But the time is actually going by quick, because it seems like it was just yesterday. The Super Bowl was here. We're already here at the draft. Right after the draft, we get the rookies in reporting and start working out. The season's going to be here real quick.
You're putting in a lot of work, man. Time flies, man.
Well, yeah. Got my beautiful wife calling me. Okay.
Oh.
I'm trying to understand why she's calling me at the moment,
Because
but
she wants you to get off.
well, it's not 10 o'clock yet.
I know, but you know how she is.
Well,
You know how
she's
she-
flying out tomorrow, so. But anyway,
You know how she is.
I wish you were going to be on the bus tomorrow, man.
Yeah, me too, man. But you know what it is, man? It is what it is, man. I'll be there Friday, man. I'll be there
That's
in
right.
spirit. But
Yeah,
I
we always
wouldn't
got
be there,
Skype.
bro. I wouldn't be there.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, well, we'll definitely, on Wednesday night, hopefully you have some time that you can Skype in or at least call in so we can have you on the show while we're at Maverick Bars. So, guys, if you go to my Facebook page, Cowboy Jobu, you'll actually see a agenda that's on there that was actually made by Stashman. Stashman, one of the great Cowboy fans and stuff out there, he's actually gone through and he's got a 15-page whole pamphlet that you can download that has maps in there about everything for the for the draft, all the local stuff that's been going on. You know, if you want to see Miss Price or you want to see all your favorite YouTubers stuff, all that stuff is actually listed out into there, and you should download it and definitely thank him for doing it. So that way you can kind of go around and see all the stuff. There's going to be so much going on. They're expecting about 200,000 people at the draft on Thursday night. It was about 100,000 in Philadelphia that first night, and that place was packed. So I'm imagining what 200,000 is going to be like. We'll be down there with pulled pork, chicken wings, doing our wing challenge and stuff. We'll have your favorite YouTubers there, and we'll be covering the draft, and hopefully we're getting some of the future stars. My man, you get the final word tonight.
Man, look, guys, do not be shocked if you see the Cowboys make a splash in this draft. Whether they be trading up, getting Calvin Ridley. Just don't be shocked, man. Don't be shocked if we see something that makes you scratch your head as well. Just be ready, man. Be ready.
All
That's
right.
all I got.
He said be ready. I'm going to try and make sure I'm ready. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Jobu. And, of course, my man, DFV Dallas Cowboys. And we will see you tomorrow night on the Jobu Man Cave headed to Dallas. I'll see you guys soon. Alright. I had a little problem with my OBS software for some reason.
I was about to do it.